Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know.
Hello YouTube, it's your girl Kimberly. Thank you so much for coming to my YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to talk about the truth about celebrity skincare routines and their videos and recommendations, and just some things that you should think about and take into account when you are watching them. So if you want to know more, keep watching. Thank you so much for taking the time to click on my video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do. It is a great way for you to support the channel, and I want you to be a part of our crew, so please subscribe. Also, like the video if you like the video, and hit the notification bell so you'll be first to know when I go live or when I post a new video. Okay, so celebrity skincare routine. So I was inspired to talk about this because on TikTok months ago, Cardi B had posted a Korean skincare mask, basically saying that this skincare mask is a part of the reason why her skin is clear and bright and why her skin is in such a better place, and that she really likes this mask. And this was not a paid ad, this was not a product placement or anything. She was just bored in the house bored, and got on TikTok and showed this product off. Shout out to her for, you know, not gatekeeping. But I'm also going to say that there are a lot of factors that affect your skin that you can't necessarily just take what someone else says and copy and paste it to yourself, right? So the biggest factor, in my opinion, as a non-medical professional, is genetics. There are some people that if you look at pictures of their family, the grandma has clear skin, the mom and the dad have clear skin, the babies have clear skin, the grandparents, everybody's skin is just clear. And that is just how their genetic makeup is set up through their family. Similar to the other side of the spectrum, people who, I struggle with acne, my mom struggled with acne, my grandmother struggled with acne, my grandfather struggled with acne, my brothers had acne. Like, it is something that is hereditary to a certain point. So you shouldn't necessarily look at a celebrity's skincare routine as I put those items in my cart, I check out, I get their skin. That is not how any of this works. A lot of it plays with factors of genetics that unfortunately you just can't control. So I will say it is definitely good to network and speak with your family, find out what people's issues had, what worked for them, because most likely if you're struggling with that issue, other people in your family have the same skincare concern, and they might have just tried something that worked. And since you're related to them, especially if it's like a direct relative, I feel like that could be something like kind of a light bulb moment of something that can help you. Another thing to keep in mind in terms of celebrity skincare routines is the fact that also environmental factors such as stress, being outside, where you live in the world, those things also play factor into your skin. So if the average celebrity, a lot of them who are rich, they'll have chefs, housekeepers, nannies, personal assistants, managers, executive assistants, like people who are planning and scheduling and figuring out their lives for them because they pay the people to do that, and just take a lot of stress off their plate sometimes. I mean, also more money, more problems, so that's definitely something that can factor in. But there's a lot of things that when you think about what's stressing you out, what is bothering you, that you might not necessarily have the same access to people who could fix all those things magically and or solve them for you, and you be able to delegate that task to someone else. And that kind of stress, it can also contribute to what's happening with your skin. Similarly with environmental factors, if you drive a car a lot, if you work outside, if you sit in an office and your desk is next to a window, those are all going to be the types of activities that are increasing your sun exposure and your possibility to degrade your skin because of the UV, especially if you have a job where you have to drive a lot. That's definitely a very taxing situation for your face skin. And a lot of people, especially for people who are like long haul drivers, you'll see that on the left side of their face, their skin is more problematic than the right side because of all of the direct sun that's coming from the vehicle window. So that's another thing that affects your skin. So yes, you want to make sure you have your SPF, you're drinking your water, all the things to internally take care of you. But in terms of a celebrity makeup routine, a lot of times you'll see celebrities, they even have sunglasses, hats, and then they'll have the scarf covering their face, so it's like they're not even getting that much sun exposure, and then they're going straight from the back of the car with the dark tints to inside the venue, and they're not sitting next to a window. Like, all of that decreased sun exposure also helps to cover your skin. So I know for me at this point, especially the skin around my eyes, I'm starting to make sure that I wear sunglasses when I go out during the daytime to make sure that, you know, I protect the sensitive skin around my eyes. And especially if my hair's not done, I'm gonna throw on that baseball cap and might even pull up the hood, because I want to protect, even though I am wearing SPF, I definitely want to protect my skin from the sun as much as possible. Also, you have free radicals, environmental factors like smoke and smog, and all of those things, that the more time you spend outside, the more that your skin is being introduced to those elements, and that can also have a negative effect on your skin. So most celebrities, I would say, don't work outside, so they don't really have that kind of wear and tear on their skin like that. So that's another factor that you have to think about. Also, for if you're a knowledge worker, you work at a monitor, the average celebrity is not staring at a monitor screen 8 to 10 hours a day. That blue light, that UV light coming off those monitors is having a negative effect on your skin. That's not something that they have either. So if you just think about all the lifestyle things that your skin has to go through that their skin probably won't, that's already like the second red flag of like, okay, I can get ideas and inspiration from hearing about their skin care routine, but it's an unrealistic expectation for me to think that if I buy those products, that is automatically going to transfer to my face. So 1, genetics plays a huge factor. 2, environmental factors that affect you and your skin that wouldn't necessarily affect somebody who is a traditional kind of actress, singer, celebrity. 3, medical skin aesthetics treatments that they may be taking advantage of, that it's their personal right to their privacy, that they don't have to tell you about it, but that might also be something that is having a positive effect on their skin. So if there's a certain kind of facial they're getting lasers, hydrofacials, dermaplaning, like, they oftentimes, when people say this is my skincare routine, they're showing you the cleanser, toner, serum, moisturizer, sunscreen. They're not showing you, okay, so once a month I get this facial, every 2 months I get this facial, once a quarter I get this facial, I get a laser every 6 months. Like, they're not walking you through all the procedures that they're getting and the treatments. Also, they might not be telling you that they have their own personal esthetician who has been following their trajectory of all the products they use when they do different activities, how to best prepare their skin, is doing all these medical treatments for them, is on the call if they do have some kind of adverse skin reaction and they need help. Like, those are all things that also factor into your skin. So if people are taking advantage of those, they might not necessarily, and like I said, it's their privacy, they don't necessarily have to make it a part of the content that this is my skincare routine, these are all the treatments I get. But I think it is also fair to say that, especially for people who are in television or do like music videos and stuff where it's like their face and their skin is their brand, a lot of times they'll work with professionals and they're not necessarily saying, and this is who I work with. A lot of times, especially if they're creating content like these Vogue videos of like take off my makeup with me and do my skincare and stuff, they oftentimes don't, you can't just say, can I bring a +1, like this is my esthetician, or this is my facialist, like this is my medical provider for my skin aesthetic treatments, like can she come and talk about the things I do too? Like, oftentimes Vogue's not into that. They're just like, we want to see what's on the beauty counter for your makeup. And sometimes they'll even, if you are using products that are medical grade or specifically tied to a certain company or something like that, they might even say like, okay, we only want mass available products to be featured in your video of your skincare. So you might have some special serum that you fly in from France. Leave her out because that doesn't fit our content narrative, and just show the things that are available for purchase with the stores that we partner with in your skincare video. So that's another thing. And it's not even like they're necessarily purposely trying to mislead you or lie. It's just that because of the ramifications of legal contracts to be featured in this publication, they can only show you some things, but they can't show you everything. So that is another thing to keep in mind with the, especially like I said, a lot of the ones that are coming from magazines and publications. Sometimes there's just, even if it isn't like we don't want you to show certain brands, sometimes it's just a time constraint. Like the video can only be 10 minutes and you have 25 minutes worth of products that you use on your face. What are we cutting? Like sometimes that is the issue. So you're not even seeing everything they use on their face because it's like we gotta cut the video. Like we have a timeline we have to stay within. And like I said, it's not like they're trying to lie to you or try to mislead you. It's just that the people who are in charge are saying we can't include everything, so everything doesn't get included. So that's another thing that I think you should keep in mind when you're looking at these celebrity skincare routines. So first one was genetics, second was environmental factors, third was sometimes they just can't tell us about all their treatments and all the things they're doing. Fourth is going to be that people have the right to their health privacy. They might have some kind of medical chronic illness that is affecting their skin and they don't want to discuss that publicly. It might be something that is helping their skin for a certain thing. It might be like a side effect of a medication. There could be a lot of things going on that it's just like that's not something that they're going to disclose to the public. And it could be like they actually have psoriasis, but the serum for the psoriasis is also brightening their hyperpigmentation as like a side effect, but they're not going to talk about that publicly. Like it's like that's just what's happening with their skin behind closed doors, and that's their private information for them to keep. So but also things like that you should keep in mind. And then lastly, what I'm going to say is that in terms of people's skin, it's often fluctuating. So you'll have times when your skin's really good, times when your skin is like more challenging or struggling or perceived as struggling. And oftentimes when people are making this is my skincare routine content, they're going to choose a time when their skin is in a good place. So if they're having a lot of acne breakouts, they're having a lot of scarring, they're having a lot of texture, they may decide this might not be the right time to film this or to talk about this, and I'm gonna wait till my skin clears up, you know, when it's not that time of the month, when I'm not worried about my different touring schedules and I'm doing a lot of press, so I'm doing a lot of makeup, so then my skin is having a lot of breakouts. They might strategically pick a time where their skin is optimal, and then it's not an accurate representation of if you took what their skin was like every day and divided it up amongst like this is just the average day that you're seeing them and this is what their face looks like. I feel like from a lot of paparazzi videos and pictures, we can see that when people are every day with their friends and family, their skin is looking one way because okay, they're trying to prep for award season, prep for their tour, and they might not be looking flawless, but then by the time they're doing the press and the things, now their skin looks amazing, right? And everyone's skin, including yours, you probably had this own experience with your own skin, that there was a time when your skin was really, really good, and then now your skin is maybe having some challenges, or your skin was really bad before, and now you did these things, and now your skin looks amazing, right? So the same thing happens for celebrities. They're real people too. Skin is going to fluctuate from good to bad. And then lastly, I want to leave it on the note that comparison is the thief of joy. I think that you should really be running your own race when it comes to skincare, what your skin looks like, fixing your skin issues. No one can tell you how your shoes hurt because they haven't walked a mile in your shoes. You know what's going on with your skin. Yes, you know, if someone has something similar, maybe try the one product. Okay, she's saying that she struggled with acne and she used this mask and I needed a new mask anyway, so maybe I could try it. But the idea of looking at someone else's skincare routine and thinking that you could just copy paste it and it's going to work on yourself, I really want to discourage that, especially because I know, like, I watch the YouTube and the videos of it all, and I can even say, especially with the Korean skincare videos, I was even like, okay, do I need to get, what should I try? Should I do this? And I'm like, I have sensitive skin. She is using retinol wash, retinol toner, retinol serum, retinol face cream, retinol eye cream. If I put that much retinol on my face, I might end up in the hospital. You know you can't do that. So try the one thing. You get the eye cream. That's it. And I've had to take a step back and look at that for myself. So I know that that's definitely something that is probably affecting other people too. But definitely use all this stuff as education. The more you know, the more you grow. And really the best way to kind of evaluate what you think is going to work for your skin is, working with a healthcare professional, determining what your biggest challenges with your skin are and which one to focus on, which one to target, and then taking it from there with perhaps trying products on your own or seeking medical attention and recommendations for your said skin concerns. Okay, so thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. I truly appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be